We are live. Beautiful. All right. So, to start us off, first of all, welcome everybody to the 2020 IB banquet. It's a pleasure to have you all here. Very glad that people are tuning in, leaving comments, all of that sort of stuff. I appreciate it a lot. So essentially how this is going to work is we are going to bring students on one by one to present awards to a teacher they had some sort of connection with. And once we've gotten through the list of teachers that we have, Miss Michael, I believe, and then Miss Morrison are going to come on at the end and say some nice words. All right. So to start us off, we will have Sam McDonald presenting our first award of the afternoon. Alrighty. Sam, how are you? Alright, do we have audio over here?
Hi. Sorry.
Hey, Sam, that's all good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Sorry, I'm just trying to find what I wrote.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Thank you for giving me warning. I thought you were just going to drop me right in the middle of the call.
No, of course not.
Thank you. Anyway, I'm good whenever.
Awesome. You're good to go now.
Okay. How do I do that? Okay. So, what do I do?
Oh, you can go right ahead and read your thing.
Okay. Can they hear me?
Yep. Yeah, they can hear you. They're good.
Oh. Hi.
Yeah, they're good.
So, IB English 11 can sometimes be a difficult course to manage. After all, there's so many different things we need to learn so quickly to express important points. Mr. McCullen helped with this and stressed many important aspects to consider in all stories, which would go on to help us survive grade 12. The aspect that he kept coming back to over and over, though, was the value of the author's choices, particularly in the poems by Billy Collins. Why this particular aspect? Well, I have a theory. I present Mr. McClellan with the most likely to secretly beat Billy Collins in the WIT, misprotection program, because we all know that this is the most logical explanation for why you know so much about all these poems.
All right. That was very lovely. And I'm sure Mr. McClellan is watching and appreciating.
Okay.
Rock and roll. Thank you so much, Sam.
Bye.
Alrighty, that'll be all. All right, so up next we are going to hear from the lovely Isabel Cameron, who will be presenting our second award of the night. Not the night, but the evening. Yep, yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay, so I am doing the most likely to host a Socratic Circle about a dog food commercial award. This award is being presented to Mr. Cormier. Thank you to Ivan for the creativity in this award. We would like to award this to Mr. Cormier because he was really helpful in the IB learning curve. It's a really tough learning curve in grade 11, especially in English. And Mr. Cormier was always there for us and supported us no matter what. And that often ended up being in the range of a Socratic Circle. I would also like to thank, while I'm here, the rest of the IB teachers for being such great support systems over the last 2 years and helping us throughout the whole experience and making it so fun, even though it was very challenging at times. And also a huge thank you to Ivan for organizing this great event and helping us in this time of uncertainty to still have some fun and remember how great IB was.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Isabel. That was lovely. All right. So after that, geez, I don't know how I'm going to top that, but the next award is from yours truly. And I will be presenting one of my favorite awards of the night, to Miss Shaw. So, Miss Shaw, although I wasn't one of your students, it was awe-inspiring to see you every day teaching a course that you just respect so much, and you have such a respect for all the cultures and the history behind the English language and the Gaelic language as well. And I don't know, I just feel like it's so easy for someone to go to a job every day and teach a class because it's the class they have to teach. But for Miss Shaw, it's wonderful to see someone who has such passion for what they teach. So, to Miss Shaw, I present the award of most likely to show up to school in full Celtic battle paint. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so up next we are going to hear from Willa Fisher, the lovely, lovely Willa Fisher. Alright, so I will admit you now. Hey Willa, how are you today?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so what do you have for us today?
So, I have an award for Miss Martin. And first I want to say that Miss Martin, you're definitely one of my favorite teachers. I don't want to pick favorites because I love all my teachers. But Miss Martin, your class was very fun and very educational all the time. And we would like to give you, or I would like to give you, I guess, the award that goes to most likely to call someone on their bullshit because you were always so great at just telling us when we were wrong so we could get it right. And I think that is a really good thing for a teacher to do because honestly, it made us a lot better at English and everything in our class. So thank you for always calling us on our bullshit.
Yes, I can certainly relate to this one. Thank you so much, Willa. And thank you so much, Miss Martin.
No problem.
Truly.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, thank you, Willa. That was fantastic and so true. So true. We love Miss Martin. All right, so up next we are going to hear from the lovely, lovely Thomas Duck. All right. And there we are, Thomas. Do you have audio? Connecting to audio. There we go.
Hello?
Hey, Thomas. How are we doing today?
I'm not too bad. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you very much. So, what do you have for us today, Thomas?
All right, so as we all know, going into grade 11 as a bunch of unruly 15 and 16-year-olds, we weren't necessarily the safest of scientists. And as we all know, safety is a very important thing. So because of this, and with the straight and narrow that we were all put on the path of safety in Chemistry 11, I would like to present to Miss J-Mac the award for having the biggest arsenal of safety equipment.
Alrighty. It's such an important thing, you know. We gotta stay safe. We gotta
Yes, it is.
protect the peepers. And you know what? Someone who's willing to teach us that sort of stuff is a keeper.
Yes.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Right.
I love your accessory.
Thank you. And thank you for putting on this great event.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm always willing to help out the people that helped me out. Alrighty.
I will see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Thomas. That'll be all. Alrighty. Thank you, Thomas, so much, and thank you, Miss J-Mac. Thank you, Miss J-Mac, for all of that. We had certainly a lot of fun in that grade 11 chemistry class. So, up next we are going to hear from our next student presenter, the lovely, lovely Bridget Gillespie. Hey, Bridget.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear.
Excellent. Okay. Do I go?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So today I'm going to be giving an award to Madame Luke. Again, like Willa, I'm not picking favorites. I love all of my teachers. Madame Luke was very close to my heart as well. She was such a great teacher. And the award I'm going to be presenting is Biggest Mom Energy. So my own personal story with that, I experienced her mom energy last year when a lot of you know I broke my ankle. And I was in my scooter and I was having trouble getting around. And Madame Luke was so accommodating and she was so nice and sweet about it. She was so nice and just, super, super helpful. And definitely it made a super great impact school-wise, getting back to school after the 2 weeks. And I really appreciated all the work that she did, as well as my other teachers. You guys were great too. Thank you so much. And also thank you to Ivan for putting this on. This is such a great idea. And it's so great that we can still have this. So thank you so much. And to Madame Luke, you have the biggest mom energy.
Absolutely, she does.
Yeah.
That is certainly true. I think all of us can just, it's sort of an aura she carries around with her, you know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
It's lovely. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bridget. That was lovely.
Thank you. Bye, all my teachers. I miss you guys.
Oh,
Bye.
yeah. It's so true. It's so true. All right. Thanks so much. Thank you, Bridget, for I think I've said that 5 times over the course of that last presentation. But yes, thank you. So up next, we have a very special award, as they all are. And we are going to hear from the wonderful, wonderful Nick LeBlanc, a very good friend of mine, top ginge. We've got him up next. Alrighty, Nick LeBlanc, how are we doing today, sir?
I'm doing very well, Ivan. How are you?
I'm just dandy. I love that. What is that, a robe, a shirt?
Well,
jacket?
it's sort of floral with a little undershirt underneath. I thought I'd get a little dressed up for the occasion.
That's brilliant, sir. Well, you look.
Just because we're all stuck at home doesn't mean we can't still look and feel our best.
Ain't that the truth?
I see that you've taken that to heart as well, Ivan.
I
You
have
look
as
very
well. I
dapper
got some
today.
Macintosh tartan and
Oh.
a shirt. So, yes, thank you. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
So today I will be awarding Madame Waite with an award that I think all of us can sort of agree on. Now, Madame Waite, similar to Madame Luke, as Bridget mentioned, gives off a very strong maternal energy, but she's also, underneath that sort of energy, she's a very dangerous woman, and especially when it comes to one particular group. Now, if Madame Waite encounters this group, she's almost certain to devour any member of the family that she has come across. And this, of course, is the chocolate family. So we would like to give the award for chocolate public enemy number 1 to Madame Waite. And in honor of your award, Madame, on behalf of the class, we've purchased this here bag that in French says une alimentation équilibrée, c'est du chocolat dans chaque main. And for us Englishies in the chat, that translates roughly to a balanced diet is chocolate in both of my hands. So, Madame, this is for you. You'll get that as soon as we're allowed to see each other again.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you very much. And, on behalf of the whole class of HL French, we want to thank you so much for all the work that you put in for us over the past 2-3 years. We're very grateful, and we're all going to miss you very much next year. To all of the IB teachers watching this, thank you so much for the support that you've given all of us over the past 2 and 3 years. Ivan, thank you so much for putting this on.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you all so much for this. Thanks, Ivan.
You are the man, sir. You are the man.
Hello.
And I still love your shirt, even after all that talking.
Well, thank you very much.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Nick. Very, very well spoken, as you always are. And I think everything he just said was true. I certainly certainly have seen Madame Waite, just have a good time with eating a bar of chocolate. It's the way she rolls. Alrighty, so up next we have another lovely, lovely person. We are going to have Leon. The English pronunciation of his last name is Vroege, but for those of us who know him really well, it's Vroege. So let's hear from Leon Vroege. Hey, Leon.
Hi,
Hi. How are we doing today?
pretty good.
Pretty good. Your facial hair is looking good, as always.
Thanks.
As always, well groomed.
All right. So I'm gonna, I'll do this in the other order. I'm gonna present the award first, and then I will say a few things. I'm gonna have to present this one in 2 languages. So, el premio el premio a los mejores churros va para el Señor Rojo. The award for the best churros goes to Señor Rojo. And I made a little award. So a couple other notable things about Señor Rojo are that he's one of the few teachers that won't tell you he can't draw, because he can draw very well. He's also a very good guitarist, and I'd say he's the most likely teacher to play you a nice, calming Argentinian guitar arrangement while you're writing a surprise test. Anyway, thank you, Rojo, for 2 great years of IB Spanish with lots of laughs and stumbling over our own words, and gracias por el chocolate.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Leon. And thank you, Mr. Rojo, for nourishing so many people with the food you create.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Leon. Good man. Alrighty, so up next we are going to hear from the lovely Sophia Wedderburn. Very good friend of mine, very hardworking person, just overall good kid. Sophia, how are we doing?
Hi.
Hello, how is everything?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. We're golden.
Perfect. Okay. Should I just go ahead?
Yep, go right ahead.
Okay, perfect. So the next award is going to be the Classy Award, and I think this is super fitting. So the recipient of this award is Mr. Morrison. Congrats.
Absolutely. Mr. Morrison, Joe Morrison, the principal of our school. Very, very good man. And sharp-dressed man. Every day. I don't think I've ever seen him without a good look, you know?
Exactly. Very fitting.
One time he told me about a time he went to a meeting and had 2 of the, mismatched shoes somehow. But, I think he can pull that off, too.
I think you can pull it off.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it in person someday.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So, thank you so much, Sophia. You have a lovely day.
Thanks. You too. Congrats, Mr. Morrison.
Congrats, Mr. Morrison. All right. Bye-bye. All right. So, continuing this wonderful trend, we have the lovely, lovely Dora Fernando somewhere. I'm not sure. Oh, and we can't find Adora. That's all good. I might have made a mistake there in the order. So we are going to move on and grab Liang Li for the next award. Let's find Liang. There you are, Liang. Liang, how are we doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing just well. I'm doing very, very well. Thank you so much for asking.
No problem. So I will be presenting an award to Miss McIntyre. Miss McIntyre, when she's in the room, you can tell her presence without even noticing that she is in the room. She helps with the natural flow of the class really well, though it may be somewhat because of her position inside the school, but more importantly, outside class, even in pit band, for example, she has this aura that is very likable by everyone and is well respected.
and she calms down everyone in a heartbeat. So for that, I present to you, Miss McIntyre, most likely to bring world peace.
Absolutely. You know,
And thank you so much for hosting this, Ivan.
oh, thank you for helping me out, Liang. I really appreciate it. And it's my pleasure. You know, everybody involved in this has been super good and helped me a lot out with other things in my life. So, you know, I'm just giving back. There we go. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Liang.
No
I will
problem.
catch you later, sir.
Yep.
Alrighty, and moving on, we are going to hear from the lovely, lovely Sarah. So I will add you now. Sarah, hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
So good. How are you?
Good. I'm good, thanks.
I'll be presenting our VP, Miss Rivalis, would most likely to be a Greek goddess in disguise because, you know, she's Greek.
She's Greek.
And on behalf of all of us, we want to thank you for being there throughout our grade 12 year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. And Miss Rivalis is, you know, she's got that presence. She's got the presence. She could totally be a god, and I would not, or goddess, and I would not be surprised in the slightest. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye. Alrighty. And up next, after Sarah, we are going to have Thomas Duck back for round 2. So we're going to hear from this man again. Better get ready. Thomas.
Hey, it's everyone's favorite quiet student back again.
There we go. How are we doing in this past
I'm not too bad.
5 minutes? Anything
How's it been in the last 5 minutes?
I've been doing pretty well, you know. Pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Am I good to go?
You are good to go. Good and golden.
All right. So, like Willa and Bridget, I don't like to play favorites, but Mr. Albers was definitely one of my favorite teachers over the last couple of years. I've just had such a great experience in your class with history for the last 2 years and council at the end of grade 10 and start of grade 11. I was thinking about giving the award for facial hair most likely to rival Stalin's, but I think that all of us that were in your class can agree that there was a real like family environment in there. Like it was just big group discussions and we were all there like supporting each other and stuff. So for that reason, I'd like to present you the award of having the biggest dad energy.
Absolutely, man. That man, you know, he's got all the traits. Yeah. Never before
Certainly
have I met
does.
somebody so comforting and so, you know, open, welcoming. He's a very good man. Oh my. Give me one moment. Okay, we've had an ending with that Zoom call that happened. So I'm going to start another one. We will be right back very shortly. I'll leave you with this background that I have set up. So I'll leave you there. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we'll get this all figured out. Audio. All right. Capture. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty, everyone. I believe we are back for good. Just to start us off in this second half, let's call it, we are going to have the lovely, lovely Rakan. I will admit you now. There, Rakan. How you doing? I'm not getting any audio from you. You might be on mute.
Are you getting audio right now?
Yes, we are. We are golden. We're back. We're back.
Okay, so I'm going to present my award to Mr. Kanalakis. Mr. Kanalakis, you're one of my favorite teachers. I miss economics and watching Shark Tank, and I miss watching Shark Tank, and I remember when you used to ask for our help whenever when you got your new phone. I also remember how you sometimes used to talk about how you hate new iPhones and how you find them annoying. And for that, I can't think of anyone more deserving of the most likely to toss the latest iPhone off Mount Olympus. And I'm going to miss your corny jokes. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Mr. Kanalakis, I didn't know you very well, but fellow Greek, I'm sure we have some sort of mental connection in there.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. So thank you, Rakan. That was, touching and all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you back here in a little bit, eh?
Yep. Miss McCoy.
Alrighty. Let's go. All right. And up next, we will have the lovely, lovely Will Ryan coming on. Will. Oh, no, you're not connected to audio yet. We're all good. Good as gold. There we go. How we doing?
What's up? What's going on? I would just like to present an award to Miss Clark. So when it comes to Miss Clark's chemistry class, we all found out pretty quickly that she is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to being quick-witted and clever in debates. Anyone who tries to start a debate or take a shot at Miss Clark will usually be embarrassed or shut down right after. I can speak for myself and the Bromos anyway on that one. So rightfully so, I would like to present the Ultimate Sass Award to Miss Clark. Before I go, I also just want to thank Miss Clark and all the other amazing IB teachers for making grade 11 and grade 12 so enjoyable and fun for me, and just wishing everybody the best going forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Will. Thank you so much, Miss Clark. We had a good time in your class.
Always.
And I think you're largely to thank for that. And you as well, Will, of course.
No problem, bud.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much. You take care. Have a lovely day.
You too, man.
All righty. And back for round 2, we are going to have Rakan once again, twice in 3 awards. He's quite the popular man in high demand. So, Rakan, let's admit you on back. There, Rakan. Hi again. You're on mute again.
I keep forgetting.
Absolutely. That's fair. That's fair.
So this one is going to go to Miss McClellan, the chemistry teacher. And she's also one of my favorite teachers. I'm going to miss her jokes, and I'm also going to miss the stories that she used to tell us when we used to be in Chem 11. I'm also going to miss our labs and when we used to play around with the blowtorch. I could never forget the story when she talked about how she accidentally burnt her eyebrows with propane gas. She reminds me a lot of Mr. Walter White from Breaking Bad. And for that, I can't think of anyone more deserving of the most likely to bring the Chem Lab Down award.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Miss McClellan is another one that I never had the honor of being in a class with, but I've certainly seen her around. She definitely has a very fun and eccentric energy.
Yeah.
And
she's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much once again, Rakan. I hope you have a lovely day.
Stay safe.
Keep up all the good stuff. Yes, stay safe. There we go. Alrighty. So keeping up the trend of this this science teacher streak we've been having, we are going to hear from Andy with the next award. Andy Vo. Hey Andy, I think you're on mute. There you go, you're good now.
Hi, Evan.
Hey, how we doing, Andy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for asking. Good day so far?
Yeah, I have a good day so far.
I'm so glad to hear it.
I go straight away.
Absolutely, get right into it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna present an award to Mr. Goss. So he's my favorite teacher. He was having us ease our way through IB program like a dad at school, and because of this, I present you like the most likely to have some perfect dad joke. Thank you so much, Mr. Goss, and thank you so much, Ivan.
Yes, thank you, Andy. I appreciate the help. And thank you, Mr. Goss. We certainly had a good time in your class.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thanks so much. Alrighty. So, up next, we're going to hear from another very, very good friend of mine. We are going to hear from the lovely Amelia Hurst. So, Amelia, I'm going to throw you on the call now. Hi, Amelia. Oh, Amelia is
There we go.
connected to audio. Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's the pup?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Bella's sitting here next to me.
Oh, that's nice. She can present an award too.
Yeah. All right. So I'm presenting an award to Mr. No. I'm sending him with the Biggest Motivator Award. Because he never stopped trying to push all of us forward and making sure we were all engaged and listening in class, whether it was your amazing notes or crazy motivational stickers, or even just being in your room to talk at lunch if we had any questions. You were always there to help any one of us if we needed it. Sure, there was some tough love sometimes, like if Kareem was falling asleep in class or Thomas wouldn't stop making jokes and being loud. I mean, we all love you though, Thomas. I'm not hating here. Yeah, but it was obvious you really cared about all of us and our futures. I remember after I went through my ankle surgery, you were always there if I had any questions. You even made a new seating plan so I could be closer to the door with my crutches. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for everything that you've done for all of us. And I hope that your thesis defense is going well, because I think he's there right
That's
now.
where he is right now. We're going to send him a recording, I believe.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. No. We had good times with the notes.
Such good
and all
times,
the
yeah.
puns involving your name, usually. Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. No. We really appreciate everything. And thank you, Amelia, for helping me out. Appreciate it. Good friend. Alrighty, so up next we are going to hear from, once again, the lovely, the well-spoken, the only Nick LeBlanc I know. Here we are. Hey Nick, how are you
Hello
doing?
again.
How are you?
Just as good as the last time you asked me, Ivan.
Anything big changed?
Well, no, my heart's just been kind of perpetually lifting with each subsequent award. So my heart is usually like down here, but right now it's like up in the forehead area. So I'm feeling very good today.
Well, yes, yeah, you might be able to ask the teacher that you're presenting this next award to about that, and if it'll have any big issues.
Yeah, right, exactly. So the next award that we're presenting, continuing in the sort of science theme, is going to a very special teacher to me. One of the teachers that helped me to not despise science as much as I used to. I came into IB thinking that it was going to be a lot of science and a lot of math, and it was. But I realized that a good bit of science in your life isn't as bad when you've got an engaging and positive teacher to carry you through the whole experience. So another thing about this teacher is that she is incredibly versatile. She teaches both biology, physics, and chemistry. Not all at Citadel, but she's pretty much a specialist in every field. And just such a genuine and caring teacher. So the award for nerdiest triple threat goes to Miss Archibald. Thank you so much, Miss. We all appreciate everything that you've done for us. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely, Nick. I can sense the thankfulness in your voice, the gratitude, and I know, and because I know you personally, I know that comes out when somebody's really made a very big, very good impact.
And she certainly has.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Ivan.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you.
See you later.
See you later. Alrighty, thank you, Nick, for round 2. We always love hearing your voice. And up next, we are going to hear from another very good friend of mine, another French immersion student, the lovely Amanda Bland. Amanda Bland, my Oxford friend. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for asking.
So, I will be presenting an award to Mr. Morrison, the bio teacher. I could just tell when I entered the classroom, I was so excited because he was so passionate about bio, and he made me want to be passionate about bio. And when I sat down, I could just see in his eyes he was ready to teach the class. So for that, I'm going to present most likely to perform an unrelated but interesting tangent in class. And I would just remember how many tangents he would go on, and they would sometimes not be related to the topic, but in the end, it would help us on the test or the exam.
Absolutely. I think he has some sort of fate predictor in his head, you know?
Yes.
He always knows what to say.
Yes.
And what to talk about, absolutely. And also just a really fun guy.
Thank you for putting this together, and thanks to all the teachers for helping us through this journey.
Yes, truly. They're the real heroes. Yep. Yes. And thank you, Amanda, for helping me out. Thank you for presenting. I appreciate it. Alrighty. So, that was the lovely Amanda. And moving on, we are going to have another Oxford student, another very good friend of mine. I mean, they're all really good friends of mine, teachers included. And we are going to hear next from the wonderful Kareem. Kareem, dude, how we doing?
What's up?
Hey, dude, I love the shirt and the bow tie.
Yeah, I saw you with the tie, so I had to dress. Although I didn't get a haircut or anything, so this is a whole mess, but that's fine.
That's fair. I think it looks great, sir. You're looking very spiffy.
Thank
you.
You.
Like a Renaissance man, I think.
Oh yeah.
There we go. There we go.
So I'll be presenting the award to Miss Procopio. So just a little bit. Miss Procopio, she was always excited whenever we did math. Like every time we were in her class, every time there was a new equation or whatever math we had to do, it was like an excitement. Like you could see it in her eyes, and it was like the best part of her day. And you could see that even by naming her pet Digit. I think it was Digit, yeah, like her fish. It was just very fun to see. So we all thought that a perfect presentation or certificate would be most likely to marry math, which we find is perfect for Ms. Procopio for all her excitement. Also, I'd like to say thank you to all the teachers. These past years have been great, although they have been tiring and stressful, but all the teachers made it 10 times better with all your support and all the fun you guys gave us during the classes, and I appreciate that very much. And even though I did sleep in some of the classes, I still love the classes. My attention span is terrible, so that's on me. And thank you, Ivan, for doing this event. It's really nice to have something positive in a time where everybody's kind of like alone and not with everybody. And this is one time where we could get together. And I miss everybody and seeing everybody spam the chat. It's just lovely. Yeah. I love your little stash going there.
Oh, thank you, sir. I love yours.
Great.
Yep. We are ungroomed brothers.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kareem.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Ms. Procopio. And up next, we are going to hear from another wonderful person. Of course, they all are. We know that. But just another. One of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life, the lovely Thee. Thee, I am inviting you now. There we are. Thee, hello, how are you today? Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. And now we are experiencing lag. Lag issues. See, we good? We back?
Yeah, hi.
Hi again. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. Thanks for asking. All right, I'll leave you to it.
Okay, so I had the pleasure to present the award to Mr. McDonald because we all know as a class we are in the same class together. Our class is super chaotic and really loud every single day. So as a member of a class who time bombed, who always ready to interrupt Mr. McDonald's lesson, we are super thankful for your patience. We thank you for everything that you have done for us. The audience that always full of blank stares and like we always freaking out. And we all miss you and miss being the group of idiots that just doesn't get calculus. So I present the most likely to remain calm during a nuclear war award to Mr. McDonald.
Absolutely, absolutely. We certainly had a hectic class, didn't we, Thee?
Yeah.
Yep, certainly. Yeah, and he was a good guy. He was a good guy to us. He taught us, he taught us well. And, it's largely thanks to him that we are.
And then all of that time when I need to go, and he always allowed me to go buy a cup of coffee and then never get mad at me when I got like the coffee breakdown being super loud in the class. So thank you a lot. Thank you everything. And also I really want to thank you, Ivan, for hosting this wonderful event. And thank you to all the teachers for everything.
Yes.
Yep.
Certainly. Thank you so much, Thee, for helping me out. I really appreciate it. You're a cool kid. All right. Bye-bye, Thee. All right. And we are moving on to another second edition from one person. We are going to hear from the lovely Amelia Hurst once again. Amelia. There we are. Oh, connected to audio.
Hello.
Lovely. How are you today? Again.
Good. Again, yeah.
Has anything changed?
No, pretty much the same. Bella's left. That's about it.
Oh, that's sad.
I know.
That's sad. But, at least we have awards to cheer us up, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm presenting Miss Farrell's award for the punniest teacher. It's an absolute pleasure being your student this year, Miss Farrell, through all the ups and downs of online classes, struggles of IB, and difficulties with students. And by students, I mean me. I'm sorry, I was a pain sometimes. You managed to make sure everyone in your class had a great time learning all the material we needed, no matter what difficulties were going on technologically with the online classroom, which was difficult. You always had a smile on your face, making jokes and making everyone laugh. So you even made classes dedicated to musical Jeopardy to make sure we were all prepared for tests, which I know I complained about, but I did love them, even if I lost all the time. So even if we may have rolled our eyes at your puns at the time, I know every single one of us greatly appreciated all of your hard work and dedication. So thank you very much. So Punniest Teacher Award.
Truly. Thank you so much, Miss Farrell. And also for the soundtrack stuff you did for me. Extracurricular stuff. Heck yeah.
And thank you to you, Ivan, and to all the other teachers. I know every single one of us have greatly appreciated everything they've done for us the past 2 years. So
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
They did so much
every
for us.
single one.
Yeah, they continue to do so much for us.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much, Amelia. Won't take up any more of your time, but I appreciate it. Thanks for doing 2 awards.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely. All right, you take care. And moving on, we are going to hear from the lovely, lovely Lindell with our next award. Next award. Certainly. Are we good? We are good. Hey, Lindell, how we doing? Oh, you dressed up too. Looking spiffy.
All right, take care.
How are we doing, sir? All right, we've got some lag, I think. We've got a couple seconds, but that's all right. I'll leave you to just say your thing. We're golden.
Hello. Yeah. Thank you. I would love to present this award to Miss Bruce. Is it still me? Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. I'd love to present this award to Miss Bruce. This award is most youthful and wise. Sorry, I'm listening to the YouTube thing. It's a little lag. Most youthful and wise. Miss Bruce demonstrates so much love for her students. It was such an honor to have her as my teacher. Just like a few notable moments that I had with Miss Bruce at the beginning of the year. I don't even know if it made sense, but I said, I don't look at it as being strict. I look at it as tough love. And that was the beginning of the year. And during exam week, while we were putting our exhibitions together, I forgot all about that. But, I wasn't really on the right track that I should be in. Miss Bruce said, remember that tough love you told me to give you? That's what I'm doing right now. And so that just demonstrates to go to show how much love she has for her students and how genuine Miss Bruce really is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lindell. Thanks so much, Lindell, for that lovely award. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this together.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I do it for the people that helped me. I mean, I guess I might do it for other people too, but everyone helped me. So that makes it really easy. All right, so up next, we are going to hear from the lovely, lovely Emma Martell with our next award. Emma, connecting to audio. Emma, hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good.
I'm so glad to hear it. I like your necklace.
Thank you. I thought I'd dress up a little bit.
Absolutely. So did I.
Yes, you look fantastic.
Oh, as do you. All right, I'll let you get to it.
Thank you for organizing this, Ivan.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, I'm going to be presenting my award to Miss Lytle, and I'm going to ramble on a little bit first, as I do. So I guess I'll start. Miss Lytle, I have often thought about how much bravery it takes to be a teacher. How brave all of you are to get up in front of a class and to ask them to open their hearts and minds to you. But you have always stood out to me as being incredibly brave. Not only for teaching Drama 10, which takes a great deal of fortitude, but for taking it upon yourself to impart a love of theater upon each and every one of your students. We leave your class excited about creating and experiencing theater. You have a unique approach to teaching that shows us that you have a great deal of compassion for every one of your students, but that you're not there to hold our hands. You have the kindness to support us all and the respect for us to allow us to stand on our own 2 feet. And for that reason, I am presenting you with the Tough Love Award, because your ability to be both warm-hearted and firm in your expectations has pushed me to do my best while always knowing that you'll be there if I need you. I know I speak on behalf of all of us when I say thank you for everything that you've done.
Yes, certainly. I was actually part of one of those grade 10 drama classes. And I can say firsthand that it must have been a lot of work.
It is. I'm constantly impressed by how much work all of our teachers put in. But to be able to teach both a grade 10 class like that and then an IB class like IB theater,
Yeah.
It shows such a wide range of skill.
Certainly, yes. And she did it also well.
She did.
She continues to do it also well.
Yes.
Yes, certainly. Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Evan.
helping me out and presenting this award. I'm sure Miss Lettle does as well.
No problem. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to.
Oh, it's my pleasure. The very least I could do. Alrighty, so we are going to move on now. And the next award is going to be presented once again by yours truly, Ivan Andreu. Everyone's favorite Ivan Andreu, I hope, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone else knows another Ivan Andreu. But the next award is to the big one, the IB coordinator. Everyone just the most lovely. Heather Michael, Miss Michael. Everything you do, which is so much work, and everything. But everything you do, which takes up so much of your time and requires so much, somehow seems to really not stop you from, understanding everyone else's, like even the tiniest problem anyone could have. You understand it, you support them, you carry them through it, and it's just so remarkable how that can just happen. And I'm sure every time the aura, the energy you carry around with you is just that of someone so comforting, someone so welcoming, someone who's willing to use up as much of her own time as she needs to help out anyone else. And, at the end of the day, it results in many people coming to see you for help and many people coming to see you to completely break down because of whatever they've got going on. And that's just it's so respectable. So that is why, Miss Michael, I'm going to present to you the award of the best shoulder to cry on, because you are so wonderful, so comforting, and everything you do for all of us, I don't think will ever be forgotten. All right. Thanks, Miss Michael. And moving on, we are going to hear back from another second timer. We've got Willa Fisher coming on to the call once again, round 2. Willa. Hi again, Willa. How are you? Has anything changed in the past couple minutes?
Not much, no.
Not much. I like your room decor, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm here to talk about Mr. Smith. That was a hard act to follow, by the way, Ivan. Those are some really beautiful words, and I totally agree with everything you said. Thank you, Miss Michael, for being so great. So I also want to thank Mr. Smith for being the most random and rad teacher ever. Mr. Smith has really helped me with my art, and he's probably one of the reasons why I'm going to NASCAD, because he taught me how to be random and just express myself, which I think is a really cool thing to do because not a lot of people know how to communicate that. Anyways, I always enjoy dropping by his room and seeing the latest Mr. Smith hobby. And most recently, it has been his drumming in class. So in honor of Mr. Smith's originality and his random drumming, I would like to present the award most likely to perform a spontaneous drum solo, which is very fitting for Mr. Smith. Definitely didn't just make that up exactly for him or anything, but anyways, thank you to Mr. Smith for being such a great teacher and being so fun to have around and be around.
Absolutely. And that spontaneous drum solo is certainly something that many of us have actually witnessed in real life, real time.
Certainly.
He's earned that award with every part of his being.
Many strange long times walking down the hall and just being like, what? Where is this drumming coming from?
Where is it coming from? But yes, thank you, Mr. Smith. Lovely, lovely man.
All right, bye.
All righty, bye, Willa. Thanks again. Alrighty, and moving on, we've got my fellow co-president, Owen Connolly, the lovely, lovely man, here to present us our next award. Owen! Ooh, you look spiffy. Looking very
There we
good.
go. Hello, there's my favorite co-prize.
Oh, there's mine. How are we doing today?
I'm doing pretty solid. I mean, I may have only just barely woken up in time, but I'm here.
Well, I mean, you know what? No one would ever know that because you look very spiffy.
Oh, geez, thank you. You as well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Alrighty, I'll leave you to it.
Sounds good. So firstly, I'd just like to say, and although it's been said before, I don't think it can't be understated, that all of the IB teachers, coordinators, and administrative staff at Citadel are of like the highest caliber teachers I've ever had. And so thank you all for that. Anyway, so on to the award that I'm presenting. This award is named after one of the most iconic teachers of all time. Not that every single one of you isn't, but this one is named after the one, the only Miss Frizzle. And so, but I'm going to kind of keep it a secret who it's going to so far. You can see if you can try to figure it out as I go along here.
Ooh, mystery
So
man.
while all the IB teachers possess characteristics of the Frizz, while like having a loving, knowledgeable passion for their job, and students, there's one factor that makes Miss Frizzle and this teacher unique. So going into grade 11, IB was overwhelming, I won't lie. And it was like one of those videos of a giraffe just being born and like trying to walk and then like, not really, but its legs are like really long and it's falling over. Anyways, so some people, how stressful it was, even started drinking energy drinks every day to cope. But like that's neither here nor there. I don't know. I don't know anyone like that. But what really made the difference during these days was getting out of the classroom and getting some fresh air and learning hands-on out in the world. So if you haven't figured this out already, this award is going to the teacher of, and now I might be a bit biased in saying this, but the best single year course. So I would like to present for the most fun and frequent field trips, the Miss Frizzle Award to the one, the only Miss Horton. Hopefully that's not too blown out there. Kind of drew something up real quick.
I love it.
Yes. Always had the best field trips, whether around Citadel or we went to some garden, like public gardens, that sort of thing. They were really great, and I had a really great time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Miss Horton, whenever I see her, she's always very, very, cool, kind, rock and roll. Hey, hi, how you doing? That sort of stuff. And yeah, it's really awesome that she's given you all the field experience.
It was really great.
Certainly. Thank you, Miss Horton, for everything. And thank you,
Indeed.
Owen, for coming on.
Thank you, Ivan.
And sharing your passion.
Indeed.
Rock and roll. Thank you, sir.
Adios.
You take
No
care.
problem. Bye.
Alrighty. And once again, we're going to have another Ivan Award. All right. So this one is for one of probably the most unique teacher I've ever had. His style is just so vastly different from anything else. He leads with charisma, he leads with confidence and just passion and interest in everything that he teaches. And it's contagious. I'm going to be completely honest. His energy made me way more interested in the course he was teaching. And it really brought a different light onto the topics he taught. And because of that, it's his subject is something that I am still interested in today, something that I want to continue to study, to look into it at the very least. But and sir, Mr. Williams, Ramwa, this award's for you. I know je sais que tu comprends rien, but for everyone else's sake, I've got to say it in English, But to you, I would like to present the award of most likely to mimic a manslaughter in class, because I know I personally in his class have been cluster bombed. I've been pretended to be stabbed here, and here maybe. I'm not sure. Anyways, he's demonstrated killings many times, and it's fun. It's so fun. And now I get to tell people I've died 4 times in a history class. So thank you, Ramwa, Mr. Williams. Merci beaucoup. C'était un vrai plaisir. Awesome. And moving on, we are going to hear from the lovely, lovely Kira Davis to present our next award. Hi, Kira.
Hello.
How are you today?
So good.
I'm so glad to hear it. So glad.
Okay. So the award I will be presenting is to Miss Overmars, the best Care Bear stare. So if you've ever experienced or seen an Overmars Care Bear stare, you can basically just think of it as the best thing that a person can do for you in the middle of an emotional crisis. It's just pure good vibes, positive energy, and unconditional support and understanding. So that is why she is receiving the best Care Bear stare.
Certainly.
Because it is such an iconic and positive, supportive everything she encompasses.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Encompass she does. My goodness. Yeah. No, she's certainly someone that knows precisely how to be there for you when you're losing it.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Certainly. And thank you so much, Kira, for presenting this award. Thank you so much, Miss Overmars, for being the icon that you are. And I appreciate everything.
Yeah.
Thank you to both of you and everyone, of course. Alrighty, and now moving on once again, we are going to hear round 3 of Amelia presenting one of our last awards of the day.
Hello.
Hey Mel, how are we doing?
Back again.
Back again. Is
Third
Bella
time
there again?
around.
Has Bella shown up?
No, she's still not here, sadly. Yeah.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. All right, so I'm back to present an award to Mr. Morash. So I'm going to talk a bit and then get to the award. So for grade 11, I came in 2 weeks late, so I was pretty behind. And Mr. Morash was always very helpful and made sure that I was caught up. And I think what I remember most about his classes was Liam and how much he made fun of Mr. Morash, and Mr. Morash was always so quick to shut him down. And also our conversations after class, he was always so down to earth and just so welcoming, and he really wanted to help all of us out as much as he could. But the one thing that I remember the most is one day in class, we were all, sitting, listening to him talk about math, as you do in math class. And then suddenly we heard yelling outside, and Mr. Morash just calmly sets down his little drawing pad and walks out into the hallway and breaks up a huge fight, and then calmly walks back into the class with blood on his shirt and just doesn't say a word to any of us about what just happened. He just picks it up again and starts working on math. And we were all sitting there so confused. So because of that, I would like to present Mr. Morash with the Best Poker Face Award.
Certainly, yeah. The best poker face. Yeah, I remember his class too. It would have been a different class than your class, but those same traits were exhibited in my class. Very, very cool guy. Thank you for teaching me math.
Thank you so much.
Certainly. Thanks for teaching all of us. Alrighty. Thanks again, Amelia. Appreciate all the help.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Wait, I just did that. All right. Up next, we have, once again, the lovely Kareem. Kareem connecting to audio. There you are. Look at that smile. Thank you for teaching me math.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, Kareem, how we doing? Do we have audio?
Give me a second. I don't know what's going on. There we go.
There we go.
What's up?
Hey, I think there might be. Is there a lag, or are we in real time?
No, I was just being stupid for a second.
Oh, never stupid. Never stupid. All right, I'll leave you to it. Okay. Hello, everyone, once again from the other camera. appreciate your patience, but we are going to have to do another Zoom call switch because of that 40-minute limit. I appreciate all of your patience. I appreciate, all of you sticking through for us. But most of all, I appreciate everything you do every day. I'm going to be right back. I'll leave you with the background. Give me a moment. Alrighty. All right, and we are back. I'm going to talk to Kareem and get him back in here to finish that one. But in the meantime, because we've got one waiting, we are going to hear from Nick LeBlanc, best shirt in town. Alrighty, Nick, we here?
Yeah, I'm here.
We're here, golden. How are you doing? Anything changed?
I'm doing great, man.
I mean, your shirt didn't, so that's
I'm
great.
excited to present another award.
Absolutely.
I hope none of you are sick of my face at this point, or
if anyone's, they're sick of mine. Yours is too
sick of my shirt, or sick of my sick Daft Punk, Freddie Mercury, John Lennon posters in the background. So I can understand why you might be sick of those because they're pretty sick. But
absolutely,
I'm going to present my award now and stop talking.
Truly.
So this next award, close to last, but certainly by no means close to least, is Mr. Drapak. Now, over my high school years, I have had the absolute pleasure of growing to know Mr. Drapak as a person, never as a teacher, unfortunately, but I've never had the liberty to take one of his classes, but I have always been, welcomed by him with open arms and with a warm smile. I remember, basically every day of my 3 years of high school, I would be showing up to school way early, sometimes as early as 7:15, 7:30 in the morning, doing homework or whatever, depending on the day. And whenever Mr. Drapak arrived to school, he would always peek his head around and just, greet us in the morning, whoever was at the table, and then just kind of go about his day. But if I ever needed to talk to him or, discuss anything with him, I knew that I could speak to him about anything. It could be completely confidential, just between the two of us, and that was a really safe feeling. And to have that compounded on with the warmth and just generosity of his whole being was an amazing, amazing feeling. So, Mr. Drapak, to you, the class of 2020 presents the Most Contagious Smile Award. Thank you so much, sir, for everything that you do. And I'm so grateful to have known you in my high school years.
Absolutely. I have to say the same, Well, like you, I never had the joy of being in his class, but...
One of my great doubts, honestly.
Truly. Mine as well.
Yeah.
But, the thing is, we were able to be in his class, but only ever at lunch. But that was enough for me,
Yes, exactly.
That was
and
enough.
We were in the class of his heart, is what I felt.
You know what? I would agree with that. Thank you so much, Mr. Drapak.
Thank you, Mr. Drapak.
Certainly.
Thank you all.
All right. And we are moving on. We have 2 more awards today. 2 more. We are going to hear the first of these 2 from, you know him, you love him, back again for, I don't even know what round this is, Kareem. Hey, dude. He's connecting to audio and can't hear me yet.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, dude.
And for some reason, I have to keep opening the video.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So this next upcoming award is for Miss Micah. Micah. Okay. I always struggle with saying that. And she always corrected me for it. But last year with math class with Miss Micah, I honestly loved her classes. It was so good, and I enjoyed every part of it. But something that we all remember as well is okay. Spell that number. One thing that we also remember is that every class she would have a meme, a math meme, and it would always be funny and always lighten the mood of the class. So the award we thought it would be is most likely to have a museum of math memes, just chilling there wherever she has it, which I find is perfect description for it, to be honest.
Truly. Yeah. I also never had the honor of seeing one of these. One of my big regrets, you know? But just knowing that they were there is enough for me at the end of the day. Thanks so much, Kareem. You've done wonders for this banquet. I appreciate it. You take care, sir.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. And we are near the end. We have one more teacher award. Oh, it's so sad. It's almost over. I'm gonna cry. But I think we're gonna go out with a bang, because out to present our last award is once again the lovely Isabel Cameron. I am admitting you now. Isabel, hello.
Hi again.
Oh, you're outside now.
I know. I changed positions. Got to take advantage of the weather.
Absolutely. I wish I could.
Yeah, so I'm back again with this award. This award is the loudest class interruptions, and this award goes to Miss McDougall. I know every single person in the school definitely has a special connection with Mr. McDougall. He's reached out to all of us in many unique ways, and being a member of council with him this year was a really fun experience. We really got to know each other. We definitely had some disagreements along the way, but we always managed to work it out, and he was always there for us as a council and always there to hype us up. So I'd like to say thank you, and I know he'll be missed by all of us next year.
Certainly. Mr. McDougall, you loud man. Yeah, certainly. I can definitely recall many times Mr. McDougall ran into our TOK classes to shower us with, I don't know, praise of The Life of Pi, I think was his book. That's the one he loved. But he would, he never ever disappointed with his interruptions. They were always worth it, always. And that, I believe, concludes all of our teacher awards, but the banquet is not over. So we are going to hear from, first of all, the lovely, just received an award, Miss Michael. Miss Michael, I am adding you now. Hey, Miss Michael. Lovely. Just received an award. Miss Michael. I believe we have some severe lag here, Miss Michael.
Can you hear me? Are we good?
I can hear you. Right. I'm going to make use of this chat thing, I think. Yeah.
Am I on there all right?
Are we good? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. I can hear you. That sounds good. I think that's good. You're golden. You're ready to go.
All right. So first of all, thank you, Ivan. Thank you to all of you. I think I can safely speak on behalf of all of the teachers in saying that this has been a really great event. And it's so nice to see all of your faces. And I know I can say with confidence, we all miss having you and miss seeing you. And I think we're all sorry that your grade 12 year has unfolded in the way that it has, because it's certainly not as you imagined, and certainly not how we wanted to send you off. But here you are with such grace in class today. So you represent your class and all of yourselves really well. And so we're all really proud of you. So I'm going to speak on behalf of all of the teachers. We came together. And what we do normally when we see you in person at the banquet is we also give out awards, not subject awards per se, but awards that are very IB. And so we like to acknowledge students who've really exemplified the learner profile in some way, shape, or form in their classes across the 2 years. And so I'm going to give a shout out to a number of students who've been nominated by teachers. But if your name's not on the list, it's not because you are not also worthy of an award. But as I read out these names, I want you to think about your classmates and to think about how you've also learned as much from each other, and you've just given us a really beautiful tribute, but also that there are things I think that you've all learned from each other, much more than we could ever teach you. So it's been a pleasure to be your teacher and your coordinator, and I'm going to acknowledge a few of you right now. So I'm going to start with Emma Martell. Your name came up several times for your work across many subjects, but especially for your characteristics of just being such a good inquirer, for being reflective and thoughtful and open-minded. Jake Jansen, you came up for being principled and for being caring, particularly in English. Sophia Wedderburn, Emma Golding, Bronwyn Adamson King, Isabel Camera, Olivia Isaac, Amelia Hurst. You have been identified all for being very, very reflective, very thoughtful of your classmates. Shivam, you were nominated for both economics and Spanish for being knowledgeable, for being caring. Evan Rossiter for being knowledgeable, open-minded, and thoughtful in French and math. Fee Lee and Lola Zhao, risk takers and knowledgeable in your French and Spanish classes. And I want to take a minute to say a special congratulations to all of you who have done high school and your IB experience working in your second or third language. For those of you for whom English isn't your first language, I think this is an additional challenge that sometimes gets overlooked in the midst of all the work that we have to do. So for those of you who've done this, an extra special congratulations to you for this achievement. Bridget Gillespie, you mentioned having faced your struggles in grade 11, and you also receive an award for being so caring and reflective and thoughtful and determined during that period of time. Alain, I saw your name on there. In art, I particularly think you're deserving of this. You get a shout out for being a real risk taker in terms of the content that you took on in your art and for your willingness to really pursue social justice in your work. So congratulations to you for that. Liang, you, across the board, teachers talked about how open-minded, what a good communicator, what a natural learner you are. And they also spoke about how humble you are. And that's not an IB characteristic, but I think it's one that certainly suits you. Nick LeBlanc, the word caring came up time and time again in terms of who you are as a person and the way that you carried yourself in terms of your being in the building and who you are in the school. So congratulations to you. Hayden Coyle, for your determination and for just holding on to the spirit of international mindedness in terms of your contributions to art and to English, and also for your efforts to bring art to the whole school. Leon, you were pointed out for being particularly determined with great communication and great reflection in both music and TOK. Lindell and Ely, the word caring came up for both of you. And also I'm going to say determination. When things were tough, you were tougher. So congratulations to both of you. Owen Conley, open-minded, a great communicator, a great leader across the school, in all of your classes, in your CAS as a president. Will Ryan, also very reflective, very caring, and particularly so in TOK. Sammy Saber gets a shout out, especially from Mr. McDougall, and given that he got the loudest award, you can imagine how this should sound. This is for the work you did on your extended essay and the inquiry that you did. Netta, history, chemistry, biology, your name just kept coming up as being somebody who was such a good learner. And I think that we could all learn something from Netta about just being curious and reflective and caring. Ivan, the risk taker, the inquirer, being open-minded in physics, and to Iva and Willa for being risk takers and being principled for your work to raise awareness for climate change. Congratulations to you, because that was an important part of your high school experience. I only have a couple more. Anna Jaganzik for being principled and balanced and open-minded and just a good learner, and for being so full of grace in terms of her whole way of being in the classroom. All of you are deserving of an award, so if you didn't hear your name, it's not that you don't deserve it, and I would encourage all of you to give shout-outs to each other in terms of who you learned from and what it is that you will take away from your classmates. I have two more awards I want to give out. The first one is for students who really embody what CAS is all about. So that is students who get involved in the school and community and who are natural leaders in what they take on. And there are two students who are going to receive that. Adora for her work and commitment to student council in the community with the Dominican trip, and Kareem for his commitment across the building, around the school. You've done great things, and so congratulations to the two of you. I'm almost finished. We have one last award, and we would consider this to be something that we think is really important. So we give out a couple. This year we're actually giving out 3 International Mindedness Awards. And so I'm going to speak about this for a second, because I think the most important thing you want to take away from your time in IB, as far as the teaching part goes anyway, is this idea that it's really important to be able to see the world in complex ways. And here we are sitting at home in this pandemic, which none of us expected. And you know, you are the group of people who've inherited this big problem, but I feel fully confident that you are also the group of people who will come up with solutions that take us through this period of time and into a global community that's much stronger than where we are now. So this particular award, which is about international mindedness, goes to students who embrace this spirit. It is people who embrace the learner profile, engage with multiple points of view, engage with different cultures, and seek out solutions to problems from multiple perspectives. And the 3 people we would like to acknowledge to give this award to are Kareem El-Besbishi, Nick LeBlanc, and Ivan. So congratulations to you 3. On behalf of all of your teachers, I want to just say how proud we are of you, of how you've handled the last number of months, of the work you've done since you've become students of Citadel. And I know that whatever comes your way, you're ready to handle it. So from the bottom of my heart, congratulations.
Yes. Wow. Thank you so much, Ms. Michael, for that. That was fantastic. I'm sure none of us could picture, being led in such a way, before we got into IB. But then, you were there for us the whole time, and you continue to be there for us, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Thank you so much, Miss. And
Thanks,
congratulations to everyone who won an award. It's a big thing. Be proud of it, please. All right, so we are almost done. We are going to hear from one more person, and that will be the principal of this school. Meeting you now. Hey.
You want me to?
What's that?
Thanks so much, Miss. And congratulations to everyone.
Are we good? Can you hear me, Mr. Morrison?
Or I just paused the other one so we couldn't get feedback.
Okay, yeah, awesome. How you doing today, sir?
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. The floor is yours.
Great. Am I on now?
Yep, you're on now.
Hi, everyone. It's unfortunate that we're doing this way, but it's actually rather interesting to see how we quickly adapted to this new life we're living. It's sad in one way that I remember a couple of weeks ago I ran into an IB student while he was at work. And he said to me, the worst part of this is he didn't know on March 13th that was it. And if he had known March 13th was the last time we'd be in school together, he might have done the day differently. He wasn't sure what that was, but I think we're all looking back, reflecting on what would I have done differently if I knew March 13th was my last day. But I think the big thing is how everybody came through this. And literally, your generation is going to be known as the group that pulled this together. You know, from everything you've done to how you've handled it. Nothing but praise from everybody that is watching you guys, losing out on a lot of memories that you deserve, but you're doing it with class. And I think that's a great testament to who you all are. So best of luck in everything you do. And hopefully we'll get to do something like this in another month to kind of come together with the entire grade 12 body and do some sort of goodbye. So thanks for everything. Thanks to all your teachers for making this a great program. Citadel is one of the leaders in IB in Canada, and that's a testament to all the great teachers that you have and all the great students that go through the program. So thanks, everyone, and hope you are going to have a great summer. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Morrison. The same goes to you.
An amazing job. You've done this. This is really well done.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you could be a part of it. Yes.
Even though I'm not in a suit, that I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts. So that was as well.
Yes, fair enough. I mean, you know, we listen to you just the same. We respect you just the same.
Thanks, Simon.
Alrighty. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Morrison. Thank you so much, all the teachers, all the students that presented, all the students in total, everyone who received an award, everyone who was involved in any way with the IB program for the class of 2020. Now, just before we leave, I have one final shout out to do to a group of students who, unfortunately, I can't show their work to all of you, but I'm going to tell you about it. Some technological thing that that's blocking me from showing you, but a group of students came together and got a Minecraft server and actually built a replica of Citadel High School on that. And I've seen it. It's brilliant. It's every detail is there. Like the flags, the atrium, the gyms, the conference rooms, every single thing is perfect about it. And I just think that takes so much, and they put in a lot of work. And unfortunately, I can't show you. Something to do with various computers, but I just want to say shout out to them. I want everyone to know it's there. You know, it's fantastic. Anyways, thank you so much. That's all from me. Do either you, Miss Michael or Mr. Morrison, have anything else to say? No, we're all good? All right. I'm going to end this Zoom call. Thank you so much, everyone, once again. I'm glad this worked out the way it did. And you take care. Goodbye. No problem. Take care. Yep. Hold on. I'm just waiting. Thank you.
Congratulations on your award.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt pretty good about that.
You got two, actually.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I got two. All right, there's that. That's that.
Really well done, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Why did Liam write you failed us?
Oh, well, that was the Minecraft thing server. I can't show them, but I told them about it. No. Leanne said hello. Awesome.
That was Leanne?
Yeah,
Saying
I
hi to
think-
me. Oh.
yeah, our mic's still on.
Oh, sorry, guys.
All right. Nice. Alrighty.